What's going on, you guys? Welcome back. Today's video is called God is Setting You Apart. And so, with that, y'all, God is going to have new standards for you, but don't be mad. You know what I'm saying? It's just a good sign. And listen to this video, y'all. I hope it encourages you. So, I recorded this video like 10 minutes ago, but I re recorded it because when I seen a revelation, I was like, hold on, God used Leviticus, hear me out, 2026. We are in the year 2025 going into 2026. And what's the odds that today he will give me Leviticus 2026? And so let's just get into what Leviticus 2026 says and then we'll talk about it. So I wrote down a couple translations, but I'm going to keep it with the simple one, right? And it says, let me see, where is it? It says, you must be holy because I, the Lord, am holy. I have set you apart from all the other people to be my very own. Leviticus 2026, y'all. So this is the message that God is calling us for. We're elevating this year. 2026, this is not a joke. This is a time where we're going to see God's glory. We're going to see God's blessings. But we really need to break this scripture down. But I'm gonna give y'all a story about how this even came about. So I'm at work today and God has elevated me in a financial place, right? In my job, in the work that I do. He's given me, he's tasked me with more, right? And so now I'm sitting amongst my peers, and today they was like, go to the other office, like you're not in this position no more, like go to your own private office. And I was like, dang, like I was a little not sad, but it was just like it hit me because like before I knew it, like the shift happened so quick. Like technically I'm not even supposed to go up and change positions for another week. It literally 7 days from now. But the people are like, listen, you are no longer like us. You are set apart. You are different now. Like, and they literally had dismissed me out. And then God dropped in my spirit Leviticus 2026, right? Which is the year we're going to be going into. And so he starts talking to me about being set apart. And I want to talk to y'all about being set apart, right? We are going to be set apart. This is what the call is. So yes, we all want to elevate. We all want to do that. But we also need to know what comes with being set apart. The first thing is that you must understand that when you're set apart, when God starts to elevate you, when God starts to position you, whether it be at the end of this year, he may not even wait till 2026. He might do it now. You need to understand that this is God positioning you, right? So the fact that God is positioning you, you need to understand or ask God, what is your will in this position? You know, and he was even talking to me about Solomon. Solomon got permission to go to be king, right? He was young. But the thing is, when he became king, he asked God, how would you have me to lead these people? As God positioned you, ask God, how would you have me to walk out this position? How would you like me to walk out this elevation? The second thing is that in this acceleration, in this elevation, that there is an expectation for you to represent Christ. And he gave me the example of when we were kids, right? God would have, our parents would make sure that we look good, right? Our face was greased, right? That your clothes was clean, presentable. You didn't have to be rich, but you had to represent right. God is elevating you to represent him. So this is not the time to take on a new position and start feeling yourself. This is the time to make sure that you are watching the way that you show up, that you are making sure that you're representing God right. Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta tie my hair up a little bit. I cut my hair, so it's struggling to stay in its place. There we go. All right. So like I said, this is not the time to go acting up. Y'all know back in the day, your parents like act like you got some sense in school. Act like you got some sense where God put you. Understand that we know who our Father is, so let's act accordingly. All right. But then he started saying, okay, it says in the scripture, it says God is holy. So God had me look up what is holy. If he's telling us to be like him in this place, well, what does it even mean to be holy? He said he's holy, be holy. What does that mean? It means to be morally and spiritually excellent. So that means like when you're there, you're making decisions based off of God's morality, not whatever everyone else is doing. You like at this point, it's like we can't even get caught up in chatter, drama, all the gossip, all the stuff like, you know, that we have gotten caught up in the last seasons. We cannot do that. We got to be focused on the moral compass of Christ. If God say don't gossip, if God say that we're not supposed to be looking down on people, judge, whatever it is, it's like we need to make sure that we are aligned with the fruits of the spirit. That's the best place to look. Do you have patience? Do you have long suffering? Are you just going off on people? Like, this is the time to be bearing fruit. And then the last thing was that and then because it said in here, when I looked up the word holy, it said morally and spiritually excellent. So he said, Nikisha, I want you to go further and look at excellence. And this is where why I started talking about how we're showing up. It says this is what excellent is. It is excellence is about your standards, right? Your standards is going to be higher. Maybe people hand in the work late. Maybe people just accept and talk any kind of way. You can't do that. Raise the standard. Behaviors, right? People could behave any way that they want. People can do whatever, but for you, your behaviors have to reflect the kingdom. Beliefs, right? What you believe about other people, what you believe about the company, what you believe about yourself, what you believe about the place, the church that you're in, whatever your beliefs have to align up with God. Your morals are no longer just how you feel or from your truth or your opinion. No, your morals need to line up with Christ's morals and your judgments. How are you judging people? You know, the world has a way of judging people according to their will or their way, but yours is to judge people according to Christ. It's to even as right before I got elevated, I had a lot of spiritual warfare where people would just test me. Like, they have said in the last 2 weeks, people have said some of the most disrespectful things to me that technically in the world I should have went off. But I had to have long suffering, patience, all of these things. And it was like, honestly, it was nothing but the Spirit of God that helped me in these moments. And then remember that you're doing all this because you're not trying to prove a point to nobody. You're not trying to impress anybody. Your job is to show up like this because you're trying to get the approval to God. So if God sent you to a new organization, if he sent you to work, if he got you with your kids, if he got you with your family, if he got you in the community, at the grocery store, whatever it is, as God is elevating you, right? I'm looking at my notes, y'all. But as God is elevating us, he's setting us apart. That means that any place that we go in our life at this moment, people should be able to identify that we are a believer just by us being set apart. You can be in the world, but you cannot be of the world. So you people could walk in a room and see a bunch of people, but as you start to navigate, everybody starts to talk and show up and do whatever, you people should be able to see that you're set apart. You're different. It's not about looking at yourself as better, but when you show the spirit of God, you can't help but to show a spirit of excellence, and therefore they say something is different about you. So y'all, 2026, God has set us apart. Yes, the standard is rising, but so is the call over your life. And think of this as an opportunity to go deeper in God. Check that scripture out, y'all. And let's raise the standard and let's just go higher in the things of God. I'm excited. So many great blessings I can see God is about to do. And 2025 was that preparation, but 2026, we are going off. We are going higher. We are going higher in the things of God. I love you guys. Have a great day. I'm out.